A material that can flow and take the shape of its container. Fluid. A fluid is any substance, like a liquid or gas, that can flow and easily change shape. Imagine trying to fit all your clothes into a suitcase when packing for a trip. Just like how you maneuver and adjust each piece of clothing to fit the suitcase's shape, a fluid moves and conforms to the shape of whatever container it's in. In both cases, the key is adaptability. Your clothes fill the available space in the suitcase, much like a fluid fills and takes the form of its container, adjusting its shape to fit perfectly. An object's mass per unit volume. Density. Density is how much stuff is packed into a certain amount of space. Imagine trying to pack a suitcase for a long trip and struggling to fit everything in. This is similar to the concept of density, where you're trying to fit as much mass, clothes and items, into a limited space, your suitcase. Just as packing more items into the same suitcase makes it feel heavier and more compact, increasing the mass within a given volume increases an object's density, showing how tightly matter is packed together. The buoyant force on an object is equal to the weight of fluid it displaces. Archimedes' principle. This principle explains why objects float or sink in a fluid based on the weight of the fluid they push aside. Imagine trying to fit a large suitcase into an already full car trunk before a road trip. Just like how you need to remove some items from the trunk to make space for the suitcase, an object placed in a fluid displaces the fluid to make room for itself. In this analogy, the suitcase represents the object in the fluid. The items in the trunk are the fluid being displaced, and just as you feel the relief when the trunk finally closes, the object experiences a buoyant force equal to the weight of the displaced items, or fluid, allowing it to float or sink accordingly. The pressure caused by the weight of the atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure. It is the force exerted by the air's weight on everything at Earth's surface. Imagine trying to carry a heavy backpack all day while going about your daily tasks. Just as the backpack's weight presses down on your shoulders, creating a constant pressure, atmospheric pressure results from the weight of the air above us, pressing down on the Earth's surface. In this analogy, your shoulders are like the Earth's surface, and the heavy backpack represents the layers of air or atmosphere exerting pressure due to their weight. The upward force exerted on an object immersed in a fluid. Buoyant force. Buoyant force is the lift that makes objects in water float by pushing them upwards. Imagine trying to hold a beach ball underwater at a pool. Just as the beach ball wants to pop back up to the surface when you let go, objects immersed in a fluid experience an upward force, known as buoyant force. The resistance you feel from the beach ball trying to escape upwards is like the buoyant force, which acts to push any submerged object back toward the surface of the fluid, counteracting the force of gravity pulling it down. Force exerted per unit area. Pressure. In science, pressure is the amount of force applied on a surface divided by the area over which it is distributed. Imagine trying to walk on snow without sinking. This is similar to the concept of pressure, where the weight, force, of your body is distributed over the surface area of your shoes. The connection is that just as spreading your weight over a larger area with snowshoes prevents you from sinking by reducing the pressure, increasing the area over which a force is applied decreases the pressure exerted on that area. The pressure increase in a confined fluid is transmitted equally to all parts of the fluid. Pascal's principle states that when pressure is applied to a fluid in a closed system, it is distributed evenly throughout the fluid. Imagine you're blowing up a balloon, and you notice that it expands evenly in all directions, not just where you're blowing into it. This is similar to Pascal's principle, which states that when you increase the pressure in a confined fluid, that pressure is distributed equally throughout the fluid. Just like your breath makes the entire balloon expand uniformly, an increase in pressure at one point in a fluid leads to an equal increase in pressure throughout the fluid, ensuring that every part of the liquid feels the same push from the pressure change. When a fluid's speed increases, its pressure decreases, like with air or water. Bernoulli's principle. This principle explains that in a flowing fluid, an increase in speed results in a decrease in pressure. Imagine you're in a traffic jam where all the cars are moving slowly, and suddenly the traffic clears, allowing everyone to speed up. This is similar to Bernoulli's principle, where when a fluid like air or water speeds up, the pressure within it decreases. Just like how cars spread out and there's less congestion when they move faster. In a fluid, when speed increases, the molecules spread out more, reducing the pressure in the area. An upward force on an object due to differences in pressure. Lift. Lift is the force that enables airplanes to rise into the air and stay aloft by creating a pressure difference above and below their wings. Imagine you're trying to open a stubborn jar lid that just won't budge. Just like how the jar lid comes off when you manage to create more force on one side than the resistance on the other, lift occurs when there's a difference in pressure above and below an object. In both cases, it's about overcoming resistance. For the jar, the difference in force helps twist the lid off, and for lift, the difference in air pressure causes the object to rise.